I'm severely like I'm starting to get pissed off. To be honest, like this list. One name really, Muff. The first one was ruder than the next like two or three, and wide open. That how? All right, so feels like I'm a little bit rusty. It's actually been a minute since I've recorded anything. Um, let's go around. We'll be looking at 10 British places with rude names. Um, or top 10 places, British places with rude names. So this is something that actually there's a couple videos on rude British town names and stuff like that that I've been meaning to get to that I just haven't for whatever reason. I've seen maps and stuff like that of like the rude name road trip or whatever, which some of the names seem seemingly like I'd rather know the history behind why they're called that than anything, to be honest with you. So I haven't looked at any actually looked at any videos on it, anything. So we're gonna attempt that for the first time on the channel. Um, Next week, be on the lookout. Community post. I'm gonna do an AMA live stream and ask me anything. And yeah, just kind of y'all want to ask questions, we can sit and chit chat and stuff like that. But that being said, let's get into the video, shall we?
Top 10 British places with hilariously rude names. Hello and welcome back to Top 10 Coolest Stuff. The United Kingdom really does have its unusual places. With such a long history of language developing over time, the country retains some of the oddest named places you may have ever heard of. Some of these can be quite hilarious. Bitches, sluts, muffs, and breaking wind are just some of our features today.
Bitches, muffs, sluts, breaking wind. Why after the first three? Why even throw in the last one? Because that's the tamest of all of the ones that you just said. Just throwing that out there.
So without further ado, here's our top 10 list for British places with hilariously rude names. Number 10. Bitchfield. Bitchfield is an English village located in the county of Lincolnshire, on the east coast of the country. It is situated in the South Kesteven district and is referred to as a shrunken medieval village, referring to the fact that it was once likely much larger than it is now. The village was recorded in the...
That looks absolutely beautiful. Not even going like that looks just like it looks like an older monastery or something over on the side, but just the architecture, like the age of the buildings, it just looks beautiful.
The famous Doomsday Book of 1086 and is listed as Billsfelt. The village is actually split into two distinct groups of building located in Bitchfield and Lower Bitchfield. The two groups of buildings are connected by a dark lane, and the village includes a parish church with Norman architecture. The village is largely unremarkable, besides its tabloid coverage due to its humorous name. However, this comes from a country with such spectacular names like Tongue End, Pode Hole, Cuckoo Bridge, and Wapload. Yes, these are all real places. Number 9. Townland of Stranagalwilly.
I mean, could always be worse, I guess. It'd always be the townland of choking chickens.
The townland of Stranagalwilly is situated in Northern Ireland, in the parish of County Tyrone. The area is known as a townland rather than a town, as it refers to the area of the land rather than the place. The system of townlands comes from Gaelic tradition, in which it is a designated area of approximately 325 acres. Other area sizes in Gaelic include an acre, a niamh, a ballybow, or ballybate. These system measurements are sometimes used as a prefix to villages and towns in Ireland and Northern Ireland, such as Ballyshannon or Ballybogey. In 1961, the townland of Stranagalwilly was the site of a discovery of 4 cist cemeteries dating back to the Bronze Age, with unburnt burials discovered alongside cremated remains. The discovery of the 4th cemetery happened when a local farmer was harvesting potatoes, with some of the remains indicating that the burial was of a leather worker. Number 8. Crapstone. Crapstone is a village located in the ceremonial...
Uh, this seems pretty tame for a town name. Just saying. Doesn't even seem really all that rude.
County of Devon in the south of England. The village is right on the edge of Dartmoor, the notorious haunt of many urban myths and legends. Most notably are the Dartmoor hounds, which are said to be large black spectral hounds that haunt the moors. These hounds were the inspiration for the Hound of the Baskervilles by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. The name Crapstone is reportedly derived from a family name, which have strong roots in the town and helped develop the local church and a golf course. The town was featured on a 2007 British advert starring Vinnie Jones. However, there was a strong backlash from the residents of Crapstone who said the advert used footage of a different village and the advert used the unusual name of the village as the, excuse the pun, butt of their jokes. Very much an oxymoron, the town is said to be extremely pretty despite its rather crude title. Number 7. Brokenwind. Now this is a favorite of the funniest or rudest named places in the UK. The hamlet of Brokenwind, located in Newmachar in the county of Aberdeenshire. The name of Brokenwind is listed as
Again, with like Crapstone, really not all that rude. Broken wind, that's just actually a polite way of saying somebody farted. I mean, you know, it's not all that rude, really. The action might be rude, but the town name really isn't. Like, this is getting to be a bit of a letdown here for this list. Top 10, and these are the best you can do so far?
Brokenwind from 19th century records takes the name from the layout of the area. A wind is a snaking path between two larger roads, and obviously this one must have been broken. The nearest village, Newmachar, was the location of one of many top-secret British resistance patrols during the Second World War, put together in secret by Winston Churchill. The village had an operational base which housed the unit, who, in the aftermath of a Nazi invasion, would have launched a guerrilla offensive preventing key lines of travel and communication. It is startling to ponder on the fact the UK could have become so desperate in its attempt to thwart Nazi Germany, and having to wage such desperation warfare is unthinkable. Number 6. Hole of Horcrum. The Hole of Horcrum is a part of the Lewisham Beck Valley in the moors of North York. The hole is approximately 400 feet deep and features a horseshoe-like appearance, with high-level trees surrounding the stunning valley. The Hole of Horcrum is described as a spectacular and a must-do walk on the North Moors, and is certainly the most visually magnificent place on this list. The unusual name comes from an urban myth about an Anglo-Saxon chief named Wade. According to legend, Wade was turned into a giant, and when arguing with his wife, he picked up the turf and threw it at her, thus creating the Hole of Horcrum. It's unclear where Horcrum comes from, but what is clear is that the bowl was formed due to a process called spring sapping. Spring sapping occurs when water welled up at the bottom of a hillside undermines the upper slopes, creating a small valley. Over time, this becomes deeper and wider. Number 5. Muff. Now, the village of Muff is not strictly found in the United Kingdom. Sitting on the Irish border between Northern Ireland and Ireland, the village is actually part of County Donegal, Ireland. However, it houses an influx of Northern Ireland residents who have crossed the border, as this is set to become a contentious issue in the current Brexit climate. However, we have included it in this list due to its proximity to Northern Ireland and its ties with the area. The village name is Gaelic and it means plain. The word muff in some British social circles may be used as a slang word for the female genitalia. The village of Muff every August celebrates the Muff Festival, which includes a parade and street parties. It also has its own mayor of Muff, who is elected annually. Rather amusingly to some, the village has its own recreational diving club, named the
Oh, I've actually got a shirt, professional muff diver. So, you know. The fact I love leaning into stuff. That's absolutely, I like that.
Muff Diving Club. You couldn't make this stuff up. Number 4, Wide Open.
How the fuck is that rude? I'm severely, like, I'm starting to get pissed off. To be honest, this list One name, really, Muff. The first one was ruder than the next, like, two or three. And Wide Open, that, how, alright, whatever.
The village of Wide Open is situated in the northern part of the county of Tyne and Wear in the north of England. The nearest city to Open Wide is Newcastle upon Tyne. The village is very typical of a northern pit village with roots in coal mining, as the Wide Open colliery opened here in 1825. The colliery ceased operations in the 20th century and the town has declined since. The village is probably best known for the Grade 2 listed Sacred Heart RC Church, which is found just to the south.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Number 3, if number 3's name is not anywhere close to being rude, this might be the first time y'all see what happens whenever I get pissed off at a video that I find substandard.
Featuring multiple stained glass windows, the village has been named in tabloids as one of the humorous note. However, it is commonly misspelled as Wide Open. We have done so deliberately, when the correct local spelling is Wide Open. This misspelling is said to cause postal delivery issues to the area. Number 3. Penistone. Penistone is probably the largest place on this list, as it is a large town in the county of South Yorkshire. Penistone is a very typical Yorkshire town, with sweeping moors and rural countryside surrounding.
Like if it had just been Penis, or if it had been broke up like Penis Stone or Penis Tone or something of that nature, or Penis Town or some shit. Like, this is, yeah. Yeah, this, like, how you make a top 10 list of rude fucking town names and not have but one rude town name. Yeah, no, I'm fucking, like, this was bullshit. This was absolute horseshit of a video. Like, if number 3, Penistone, like, I understand it's got the word, like, it's, you could, if they would have just, if it had penis and then stone or town or something like that, like, this would be a lot more just, but nah, like, oh my fucking god, dude. Yeah, see, and I always hate going into a video about anywhere in the world and it's a fucking American that is taken to doing the shit. Muff was the worst one, and it wasn't even bad. Like, how how do you make a top 10 list and you include a place like a top 10 of rude names and one of them is Wide Open? What the fuck is rude about Wide Open? See, this is what the fuck happens whenever I decide to do a video that y'all don't actually normally fucking see. Like, this type of shit actually pisses me off because I've wasted time at this fucking point. Ah! So, yeah. Normally I'd just be like, yeah, this is horse shit. And I would stop it, and I'd go to the next video and start recording a reaction to that. See, this is the downside of taking and doing this horse shit. Of taking and reacting to stuff. Because you never know what the hell you're getting into. Ever. If you do it properly, at least, you don't know what you're about to get into. You might have been told, like, unless somebody's told you, hey, you need to take a look at this. I think you'll find this funny. Or, you know, it's got this actor or actress in it. This is the result. And it's highly, highly, highly aggravating. Not even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. Like, what's number 2? So I just looked real quick, and there's just no Slut's Hole and then Fanny Hands, like that's okay. Slut's Hole is a little bit worse, but it's not. It's not worth, like, if you're gonna have 10 rude town names, have all fucking 10 be rude. None of this shit past maybe Muff, and then Slut's Hole. Really, well, Fanny Hands would be, but even then, like, it's just Slut's Hole is the worst one on the list. Just no. Crapstone. It's just, oh, hopefully y'all enjoy my frustration because the video was ass. So, y'all be good to each other. Love yourselves. Peace.